glasses on? How's my hair? Good?
Yeah.
Good, my hair?
Always.
Hello there everyone, this is Victor and...
Tomoko desu.
And?
Kibi desu.
And today we're doing a video that Tomoko suggested about...
You suggested.
I suggested. I'm so confused. We're talking about questions that Japanese people hate and Western people hate. And apparently Japanese people only hate one question, right? Only have one question they hate.
Are you Chinese? Are you Korean?
Are you Korean? People think you're Chinese?
Yeah.
People think you're Korean? Really? How do you feel? How do you feel?
Not bad.
You okay? How much is it?
やだね。
Yeah.
Japanese.
Yeah, gross. I hate it. Okay. So, but there are, of course, we Westerners love to complain, so we've populated 10 questions. I'll explain that word to you later. We did a little research on this. Tomoko found, or somebody found an article, one of us found an article. I did, okay. But the article sucked, right? Terrible article. So these are the 4 or 5 things that, according to this article, that we hate. And one of them is, the first one is samui. Are you cold? Which I never get asked that, but you think so?
Because they're wearing the t-shirt.
A lot of foreigners, especially British people, I think, tend to wear just t-shirts outside when everyone else is bundled up.
Just American, right?
No, I think it's more British people.
Really?
Yeah.
そうなの?
Yeah, but we're also fatter than you, so. You guys are skinny, right?
Australian too.
Really? Oh yeah, Australia, yeah.
いつも着てたよ。
Yeah, that's true. Australia's.
なんで?
What? They're not cold, yeah. But I don't think it's that common a question. The other 3 questions are, can you eat raw fish? Do you like Japan? Do you have 4 seasons? And can you use chopsticks? Some of these we agree with, some of them we don't. But we put together our own list. And in descending order from least important to most, this is our list. Okay? Okay, number 10. Does your country have 4 seasons? Why do you ask this question?
日本もね、四季があることを誇りに思ってるから。
Yeah, they're proud. They're proud that they have 4 seasons, right? But you realize other countries have 4 seasons too.
だってないところあるじゃん。
It's not that special.
でもスペシャルだと思ってるから日本人。
They think it's special, so they're proud of its beautiful flowers.
Each time とかね。
Every season has
Every
different.
season.
Okay, what's the winter flower?
Winter? 木蓮ね。またホワイト。
White one. And spring, of course, sakura.
スプリング桜でし
What
ょ
about summer?
サマーひまわり。
Himawari.
そうそう。
Oh, sunflower. That's true. That's true. What about the fall?
ポールは
もみじもみじ。
And momiji. Okay, I'll give you that. So, but it is kind of an annoying question, I think, for a lot of foreigners. We do have 4 seasons.
でも
I never asked.
We're annoying. Don't ask that question. Number 9. What's your blood type? Why do you ask this question?
ね
What do you ask?
占い。血液型占い。
Oh, it's fortune telling and personality.
パーソナリティタイプで血液型のタイプで性格が違うと私たちは思ってる。
So they think that your personality changes according to your blood type. So what's your blood
え。交
type?
代です
You're me too. We have the same personality?
違うね。
Right. Not at all.
Differently.
What about you?
え B
You're B. B stands for bitch. We talked about that.
Yes.
Right.
B はマイペースなんだよ。
My face.
Yes.
She's relaxed, does everything the way she wants to. What about the biggest pain in the ass are A's, right?
え
A はねすごいそうそうセンシティブセンシティブ
They're
Sensitive.
they're anal retentive.
They are so detailed.
They love detail. They focus on minuscule.
So most people,
things.
most Japanese people are type A.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And American, most
E?
Oh.
あ O か
That's interesting that they know that. But most Americans, at least, we don't know our blood type. I think most foreigners don't know their blood type.
なんでじゃあ何かあった時どうするの
あ If you're in emergency surgery じゃなくて emergency
Emergency? If we have an emergency room?
で輸血するじゃん
Then, well, yeah, then I guess they test you then. I don't know if you have an emergency.
そうね
The next question is your girlfriend Japanese? I often get this question. Or in my case, you know, when they find out I'm married, is your wife Japanese? Because they always seem surprised. Like they just expect us to only marry Westerners or something. I think it seems kind of strange. They always seem surprised. Like, hey, you married a Japanese person. Anyway, it's not that big a deal, but it always seems like they want to know if you like Japanese girls. And if you answer, it seems like you're a little like a pervert. I often get that question with a smile, like, if you like Japanese girls.
Really?
Yeah.
I never asked
Really?
That's
Okay.
one.
Okay, that's one of the top questions. Okay. Number 7 is actually aimed at our non-American friends. A lot of non-Americans don't like to be asked, "Are you American?" Especially the French.
そうなの
Yeah, French people especially, but it's just annoying. They just assume. You guys assume that everybody who's Western is American.
最近は思わないね
No, not really.
昔は思ったね
Before they used to, not recently. No.
ブリティッシュ&アメリカンはなんか似てるよね
You look the same.
ダメ
That's fine. No, anyone can be American, but non-Americans do not like to be thought. Okay, next. Next question is, this is a pretty annoying one. This is on the original list. Can you eat raw fish? Can you eat natto? So you know that sushi is everywhere. Every country, every city has.
美味しい
So why do you ask this question?
いやでもさたまにアラジーねさ if someone has allergy とかロフィッシュでだから we should be careful
でも私これ聞くね
You ask? You always, she always asks this question. She deals with a lot of foreigners. So.
あ
でも聞くだって嫌いな人いるもんいっぱい
Some people don't like it, but no. But the question is, can you eat?
Is it rude?
It's just annoying. Like they just assume like sushi is not a big deal. I think most sophisticated people who come from big sashimi is not a big deal.
But sashimi is not so common
Not so common. Yeah, you're right. But we get the question of can you eat this? Can you eat that? Can you eat natto? Of course.
でもそれは親切心で言ってんだから
そうそうそう
You're right. People are
ホス
being
ピタリティじゃなくて何おね
なんでそれが分かんない
considerate.
We are being considered だね
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But if you get the question a lot, it gets to be annoying.
でそれは聞かない方がいいの
Should you not ask that question? I don't know. I guess it's okay to ask, but it just gets annoying. Someone puts sushi there and I can't eat it. I'll say I don't want to eat that. You know what happens? We're eating sushi and then someone asks, "Oh, can you eat sushi?" That's a stupid question. Because we're eating sushi. I'm eating sushi right now.
Calm down
Why are you asking me that? Right? What do you think?
そうもうなんか心配してる
It's like if I have a Japanese girl, I think, "Oh, do you like Japanese girls?" Yeah, look. So it's pretty obvious. Okay, anyway. The other question is kind of a group question. Japanese tend to ask personal questions that I think are an attempt to establish your status. So, for example, how old are you?
聞く
Yeah.
聞かれる
If you are asked how old are you, well, there's a possibility they're trying to figure out how to treat you. Like if you're younger, they'll treat you a little bit.
カルチャー
あ、that's culture ね
Yeah. And if you're older, oh, he's older, so that's to respect you.
だけどほら外人の人はみんなさそういうのがないから
Yeah, in the Western world, we don't really care about that. It's a more meritocracy. But in Japan, it's seniority system. Who's ever older, if you're older.
昔からのトラディショナル
そう
So you two ladies are younger than me, so you have to treat me with more respect.
じゃあ you have to respect us more あ、そっかそっか
You missed it. Too late for you.
あ
Now everybody knows her age.
これダメだよ今のこうやって先輩に向かってこうやってやるのは
Oh, that's impolite. Oh, because you're senpai. She's older than me, so I shouldn't elbow her.
そうこれもダメだよこれ
Okay. Oh yeah, in Japan you can't touch people with your elbow and let feet, right? Feet. Never touch with your feet.
先輩とかにこんなことしないから
Don't. Your senpais are your older friends. And
後輩
you can't-
後輩
kohai, lower,
だから
lower.
先輩がこうやってるのはいいけど
そうそう肩ねよく
後輩がこれはダメ
ダメ
あみたいな
So did you get that? Kohais are not allowed to do this to their senpai, but opposite is okay. Okay. So personal questions I've heard. A lot of these questions are different in the West. I've also heard Japanese on a few occasions ask women about their bust size. Especially if your busts are very big. My female friends with big boobs, they'll say, "What are you looking at?"
だから私
They'll ask, about bust. Have you ever asked a woman about her bust size?
No
Never? What are you doing?
That's just the way looking exactly you look just
You ever ask? No. But I've had some friends who with rather prodigious boobs be asked, and I've seen in bars like almost like can I touch them? Yeah. Remember my Australian?
Ah, yes.
Okay, so anyway, so I get that, and also rent. They'll ask you about rent. How much is your rent? In America, we don't ask rent.
It's personal.
Yeah, that's personal. Well, we think it's personal, but apparently Japanese don't think it's so personal. So, and they'll ask you, of course, are you married, or do you have children? I don't know if that's. Do you ask other Japanese if you have children?
Oh, if they are married,
Then you
I
ask.
might ask. Because I have daughter, so ねなんか関係ある
Oh, you try to
話
find
が
a point of it,
So.
a common point. Something in common. Okay. Here's one we got that's a pretty funny one, and this has happened to me occasionally. I'm speaking Japanese to someone, and then kind of in the middle of the conversation, they'll ask me, "Wakaru? Watashi itteru koto wakaru?" Do you understand the words I'm saying? Like, it always seems a little strange. Like,
Oh no.
yeah, it seems like they just suddenly realize that they're speaking Japanese, and they want to ask, "Do you really understand what I'm saying?" Like, they seem surprised that I can speak Japanese.
They speak だから
Well,
English
no, everything's Japanese.
Everything Japanese.
And in the middle of the conversation,
わかる
let's say,
わかるって
"Hey,
だから例えば反対がある
no, she's had the opposite situation.
あ
Foreigners, are you following me?
Are you following me?
Okay, she had the same experience. So. Yeah, we got that. That one came from Reina. who works a lot on television. So,
あ、そっか。
yeah, so that happened to her a lot. And that's happened to me. I had a long conversation with my ex-girlfriend's mother, and like after like 30 or 40 minutes of talking, she said, you know, do you understand these words? And she was asking me super basic Japanese. Okay, next one. Okay.
はい。
This is a really annoying one, I think, for a lot of people. Is can you use chopsticks?
こんなこと聞く人いる？
Neither. Can you use chopsticks? But I think this is a group question. Like, can you use chopsticks? Can you sit seiza?
セダンはね、わかるね。
Can you use a Japanese toilet? These kind of, do you sleep in a futon? These kind of. They want to know how much of their culture you've assimilated to. But the chopsticks one, I can understand some of the other one like seiza, but chopsticks is really big. Lots of people. It's not that hard.
Don't ask them.
Don't ask that word. Okay.
Yeah.
The one that seems to be really popular on a Twitter poll that I did was, when are you going back to your country? Do you understand why that's?
No, because なんかだからそう帰ってって思っちゃうからじゃない。
They're saying like, go home please, hurry up and go home. When are you going back home? One of my Twitter friends said she doesn't like the question, are you still in Japan? I should get an email. Are you still in Japan?
ね。
No, I don't know if it's that rude, but they just assume that we're all going to go back. But the thing is, most of us do. A lot of the people, J-vloggers, who've been here a long
あ、
time,
そっか。
they're here for a long time. But a lot of people, I think the average stay is 1 or 2 years. Less than 2 years. So not that serious a question, but it gets annoying to people like me who've been here a long time.
しょうがない。
I don't
そう
think
そう、how to express っていうか、本当はいてほしいのよ、きっと。They want to stay, you to stay, but なんかね。
日本人じゃないから、外国の人だから。
We're foreigners, we're not Japanese, so.
で、そう、違う国に住んでるでしょ。
And you're living in a foreign country.
だから自然にそうやって思うの。
So it's natural that they expect foreigners to one day want to go home.
あ、
So
サン
it's
デー
nice.
とかワンデーって感じでね。
Number one question,
Hey.
why did you come to Japan?
これは私も聞くね。
Everybody asks this question. Now, it's a good question to ask, but it's asked so often that it gets annoying. And the question why is almost like you're affixing blame to your
そう
question.
でしょ。でも、
Why
what
did you- why did-
brought you って、I love
What brought you to Japan it's the same question, but it's a nicer wording.
でも日本語で聞くんでしょ。
No.
In English.
No English.
でも、why だからついて
Why?
ね。
Yeah.
でも日本人は、
What brought you to Japan?
そういう聞き方を知らないから。
Well, how about you?
Daidai-
What do you ask in Japanese?
日本な
Excuse me, Alpine.
あ
What did
そう
you-
よ。なんで日本に来たの
So but that doesn't have a negative feeling?
No.
No? You sure?
Just ask.
I just wanna ask you
So in Japanese, apparently has no negative connotation, but in English,
それをイン
it's
グリッ
almost
シュ
like
する
blaming
と
you.
why と
What brought you to
brought
Japan?
you でしょそれが2種類あるじゃん聞き方が
So in
そこには
English,
意味
there's
が
two
違
different
う
ways.
じゃん
Yeah. Well, nuance it's the same question, but the nuance is
で
different.
しょだけど日本語でなんで来たのっていうのは一つだからニュアンスは2つない
But it could also be negative.
ネガティブじゃない
なんで日本に来たの？
そういう言い方はネガティブだけどなんでただリ
The intonation.
あ、イントネーションね。
I
で
just wanna, you know, read
It's not a terrible question, but it gets asked so often.
だってでも
We get
例え
tired.
ばさアジアだってさ日本があって中国があって韓国
Ah,
があってじゃあ
why did you come to Japan and why didn't you go to China or
なんで
Thailand?
その中にあるのになんで日本を選んだのっていうのは日本のいいとこがあるからっていうのを聞き出したいっていうのがあるかもしれないし
So it could be that they're asking why we chose Japan
だっ
instead of another country.
てだってなんか興味があるから来るわけじゃんだから何の興味があって日本に来るんだろう
So what are you interested in? So that question has a lot of meaning, not just why did you come to Japan, but what are you interested in Japan, what do you like about
そうそう
Japan?
そう
including their own meaning.
And they could have their own meaning that we don't even know. Right.
と思うけど
So it's not that yeah, the implication is not negative from a Japanese person's point of view. But from our point of view, it feels like you're blaming me.
それは自分がそういうふうに思って
That's our fault, he says. Good point. And one of the other questions that's kind of part of this is, do you like Japan? The pressure there is yes or no. You have to answer yes or no. Do you like Japan? Yes or no. But I teach my students, what do you like Japan is a little bit nicer. There's less pressure. What do you like Japan? But do you like Japan?
それ言い方じゃん全部
そうね。
So it's all our
イン
imagination.
トネーションがね。
言い方じゃん
Well, that's the way we hear. That's the way we hear the questions sometimes. That's our problem, huh?
そうね
じゃあ皆さんは何が嫌？
So what question do you guys hate to be
そ
asked?
したら勉強しましょう。
And it can go both ways. If you're Japanese, what questions do you hate foreigners asking you, right? And if you're a foreigner, what questions do you hate to be asked? That's our video for today. Thanks a lot. Tomoko. Excuse me, I won't touch you. Excuse me, Kibi, I won't touch you.
そうね
Thanks for watching, guys.
でパンチしようか。
If you like the video, thumbs up, please. Leave us a comment. And see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
バイバイ。
great.
バイバイ。やばい